morning and welcome to Fantasy Football 101 on Sports Radio 1450 and on the web at sportsradio1450.com. I am Adam Stark in studio with Mark Graham taking your phone calls this morning all the way up until 9 o'clock talking fantasy football. Tons of injuries, Mark, and we were talking off the air to get things going this morning. I've never, and this is no lie, I've never seen this many guys listed as probable, questionable, doubtful, or out since we've started this in the last 5 years.
No, in 5 years in doing this, you're right. I thought last week was a big injury week. This week tops it. I've got 2.5 pages.
Yeah, I've doubled what I usually have.
It's phenomenal how many guys are dinged. I don't know if it's the new way the NFL are doing things, but it seems like everybody is questionable or probable.
Well, you start dishing out fines on your injury reports. I guess that they're going to get a little more lengthy. But there's a lot of big names on these, and that's what we're going to bang through today. A lot of these injuries, and then at the end of the show, we'll bring you our studs, duds, and sleepers for the week. And make sure you check out the poll question. How many fantasy football teams do you have? That's up on the web at sportsradio1450.com. And surprised to see, or maybe I shouldn't be, but leading the way is still 5 or more teams, and maybe that's why our phone lines are already lighting up at 529-1450. So let's go right to them before we dive into those injuries, Mark. Let's take a phone call. Good morning. You're on Fantasy Football 101. Go ahead.
Yeah, hey guys.
Morning.
I'm glad I'm the first caller because I pretty much had the best pickup of 2009. I play in a individual prison league, and I just picked up Plaxico Burress off the waiver wire.
I'm sure he was available.
Boy. And a nice keeper a couple years down the...
I lost my quarterback, though. I lost Vic, so I'm kind of hoping for Art Schleister to do something wrong so I can, get him on there.
You know, a little old in tooth, but he can still probably get you a touchdown here and there. But, yeah, boy, that Plaxico pickup, that's a real nice keeper pick for a couple years down the road.
Oh, yeah. That's the only injury reports I have to worry about is just your shankings. Just once I have to go there.
Watch your back.
But anyways, hey, guys, listen, I want to know, really, it's kind of a tough question here. I want to know which guy to keep. And one of them is going to be involved in trade, so which one I keep here. Which one would you guys keep of receivers here, either Vincent Jackson or Steve Smith? Which one do you guys see down the line? You can make arguments for both. Which one down the line is going to be the best receiver this year?
Boy, that is a tough call. You can make good arguments for both. I'll tell you who I like. I love me some Vincent Jackson this year. And the reason I'd keep him over Smith is I have a lot more faith in Phillip Rivers than I do Jake Delhomme.
Okay.
There it is. I mean, he just took the words right out of my mouth. It's as simple as that. Delhomme's on the downfall, Rivers on the way up, and that just makes Vincent and Jackson on his way up and Steve Smith on his way down.
Rivers is absolutely on fire, and quite honestly is a top 5 quarterback now. Jake Delhomme is in the 15 to from there on category, and it's a shame because Smith still has mad skills. I mean, if he put him on a team with a decent quarterback, that guy's going to put up phenomenal numbers. But as long as Jake Delhomme does his Jekyll Hyde, there's just no way.
Okay. One other quick question then. Of these 3 receivers, who do you? I have to start 2 of them. Ted Ginn Jr., Torrey Holt, or Derek Mason. Which one of those guys is the odd man left out this week?
2 of the 3, huh?
Yeah, 2 of the 3. Ted Ginn Jr., Torrey Holt, and Derek Mason.
You know, Flacco has looked pretty good this year, so Mason would be 1. Holt is having a hard time finding any passes coming his way. He did a little complaining this week. And Ginn, quite honestly, had himself a decent game. I'd be tempted to go Ginn and Mason until Holt shows me that he's going to be a viable option.
Well, I'm gonna throw a wrench in there. I definitely go Mason just because he seems to get. Are you in a PPR league?
No.
Well, Mason seems to get a lot of catches. Ginn had an okay week last week. Could have been better if he had better hands in the end zone. And yeah, Torrey Holt's can play a little bit, but he's had an okay season to start. Jags just aren't that good, but I think I'm actually playing Torrey Holt this week against Mark. Mark and I are playing each other in one of our leagues this week, and I'm gonna go with Torrey Holt this week. But it's a tough call with those 3. I think you'll be okay with either 2 of the 3.
Mason and flip a coin with the other 2.
Okay. Well, like I said, you guys should try that prison league sometime.
I just
kind of hope it's. I'm just.
Well, I think he's cutting out there, but that's okay. And since he brought up Vic too, I know a lot of teams have Vic on their roster. Mark, is he worth a play this week? They're saying possibly 20 touches.
Well, possibly 20 touches. But I just don't know if I play him if I get a player who might get 20 touches. It's just not good enough, especially for quarterback.
Right. Maybe wait another week?
I think maybe wait another week.
But if McNabb's back, I mean, does that take away his touches?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've got a problem stewing in Philadelphia down the road.
That's why, from the get-go, I just did not agree with that.
I know,
signing,
you didn't think
it didn't
much
fit.
of it.
It didn't fit. I mean, I like the whole system that they're running out there in Philly, but I just don't think it's a good fit with those two guys. Anyway, McNabb and Vick, they're the same type of player. Let's take another phone call. 529-1450 is the phone number. Good morning. You're on Fantasy Football 101. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's you.
Yeah.
Too early for somebody. Let's take another one. Good morning. You're on Fantasy Football 101. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've got a question here about which running back to start here. I've got Sproles, McGahee, Brandon Jacobs, or D'Angelo Williams. I've got to start two of those.
Wow.
I got to go D. Will and Sproles, hands down.
Again, yeah, that's exactly who I was going to go with. You've got to go Williams and Sproles with Tomlinson out yet again this week is a great play.
Yep.
I agree. Williams and Sproles.
If you had to trade one of those four, what do you think would be the best one to try to trade? I'm thinking McGahee.
Yeah, I try to trade McGahee as soon as you can because right now he's riding a wave where he's doing pretty well. But McGahee's history is he won't keep it up all year. That's the guy I try to get something for in a deal. And soon.
Yep.
All right.
There you go. Thank you.
Good luck.
529-1450 is the phone call, or the phone number. 529-1450 is the phone number. You're listening to Fantasy Football 101 on Sports Radio 1450. Adam Stark and Mark Graham taking your calls. Let's take another one. Good morning. You're on Fantasy Football 101. Go ahead.
Hi, guys.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm calling for a friend because he doesn't get up this early.
All right.
He wants to know who does he start, David Garrard, Joe Flacco, or Mark Sanchez?
Flacco.
Agree. Flacco
Okay.
right now, you can't not start Flacco. He's playing too well right now. Sanchez is too. He's a little dinged up though. Garrard, no, he's not even an afterthought on this.
No, first of all, Garrard's having an okay season, but Flacco's playing Cleveland this week, so that's an easy play. And yes, Sanchez has shown up on the injury report. He should play, but he is a little banged up. So yeah, Flacco is the go-to guy this week for sure.
Okay, thanks.
Yep, thanks for the phone call. 529-1450 is the phone number. Let's take another one. Good morning. You're on Fantasy Football 101. Go ahead.
Hey, guys.
Good morning.
Would you start Jack Napier this week? I'll hang up and listen.
Awesome. No, I wouldn't. And if I was you, I wouldn't call the show again. 529-1450 is the phone number. 529-1450. All right, Mark, let's dive into some of those injuries. A lot of big names, too. A lot of big names. And we're talking Wes Welker, Randy Moss, Debo, Noshawn Marino. I mean, these guys, Brian Westbrook, it just keeps going and
It
going.
doesn't end. It just doesn't end.
Wes Welker, what's the latest on him?
Wes Welker is, the infamous game time decision. It looked like early part of the week that he was good to go, and then mysteriously Thursday and Friday, he's got this leg problem again. So he's like I said, he's questionable and game time decision. Randy Moss, everything seemed pretty good with Randy. Come Friday, back problem. He is now questionable. Now I'll tell you what, the Patriots worked out 4 receivers yesterday. And if we hear any of them being signed, that's bad news for Welker and Moss owners.
You gotta watch that.
You sure do.
And on the running back side too, you have Cadillac Williams questionable. Derek Ward should be a good start this week because Ernie Graham also questionable. So 2 out of those 3, and they're trying to run a 3-headed monster down there, but 2 of the 3 heads are hurt. So you got to go with Derek Ward this week as far as playing one of those guys. Jamal Lewis is doubtful. He's not going to play. James Davis, is that a good play this week, Mark?
Well, normally, yeah, but he's got a little bit of a banged-up noggin, and it looks like Jerome Harrison now. If you need a running back, and if you're in a big league, Jerome Harrison may be. Yeah, I know. But here also, and you brought this up before we went on, look who Cleveland plays.
Right.
They play Baltimore. So, I mean, there's not really a good... no. I think we understand now why Jamal Lewis may be hurt.
Yeah, I'd be hurt, too.
He saw the schedule and went, I don't think so.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't play any Cleveland Brown at all this week, and that's why, one of those Cleveland Browns is my dud for the week. We'll talk about them in just a little while. But what about Brian Westbrook and Deshaun Jackson for the Eagles?
Well, both of them with Westbrook, it's the